Travel is surprisingly still high on the agenda for Aussies, but how we're spending on those trips is changing. Matt Bowen's with us from ING. Morning to you, Matt. What's going on?
Good morning, Eddie. Well, look, where there's a will, there's a holiday. That seems to be the theme at the moment. Look, despite cost of living pressure, we're all still managing to get away and find those holiday trips. We saw last week Webjet announced its earnings into market and detailed, I guess, the changing travel patterns of Aussies. It also outlined some pretty tough revenue conditions for the company. But domestic travel is probably the one that's been impacted most sharply. That's pulled back across both individual leisure and also business travel, down between 7 and 10%. Now, we know that airfares have been a little bit higher and there's been some route cancellations given that oil crisis more recently. But surprisingly, international travel has remained really strong. The big shift, however, is moving away from Europe and into those Southeast Asian countries. So strong demand across Japan, Vietnam, Thailand, very, very popular. And the other thing that Webjet also detailed is a real rise in car hire and motorhome trips. So it seems that we're still getting away, but perhaps choosing the road trip and destinations a little bit closer home to save on those budget pressures as well.
I thought you meant where there's a will, there's a holiday, like you had to wait for someone to die. You don't have to wait for someone to die to take a holiday. I can see your response to that too. I was the same. Thank you, Matt. As always, great advice.